conquer emotion.
Escape Babylon.
The cycle.
Move with rhythm.
Real with phase.
Smart action training.
They told us chase fast money,
Dead money.
worship greed,
Love for trading.
panic with a crowd,
Modern Babylon.
you don't fit.
Distraction and emotional slavery.
But discipline,
Patience.
wisdom,
Wisdom.
that's how you escape a system.
Smart action trading.
Yeah. Jericho walls falling when my faith get louder. Used to trade emotional, now my spirit stronger. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build diamonds every time I get tested. Escaping Babylon,
I can live, chain of fear.
market full of idols.
I just walk with vision clear.
Planting seeds of silence.
While they chase attention.
Labor bring the harvest when you move with intention. Used to chase every candlelight and move with salvation. Lost inside the noise, trapped in desperation. Babylon system got the masses moving blind. Over leveraged souls getting swallowed by the grind. See the charts became mirrors showing pride and greed. Every red candle exposed what's inside of me. Had to crucify emotion, let discipline to rise. Cause revenge trading kill quicker than the thief at night. Jericho standing tall like impossible resistance. But faith make walls go after consistent persistence. Joshua marching even when it made no sense. The patience in the walking when you wait for confirmation. See the weak chase entrance, the wise wait calmly. Person either burst pipes or create king sharply. Now I move strategic like the shepherd with the stone. Gave me burst of giants every morning at the hope it don't fold. In the wilderness, the promise still ahead. Every loss ain't destruction. Sometimes God rebuild a traitor instead. Jericho walls following my faith get loud. Used to trade emotional, now my spirit stronger. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build diamonds every time I get them tested. Escaping Babylon,
I can live, chain of fear.
market full of idols.
I just walk with vision clear.
Planting seeds of silence, while they chase attention. Labor bring the harvest when you move with intention. I seen traders worship poverty like a golden calf. Lose themselves chasing candles, moving way too fast. The wisdom worth more than silver and the gold. The disciplined mind worth more than what's inside your palm. Follow you up a lot harder when I say I had to break resistance. Marking levels in the chains, I can't protect my decisions. Now to set a cleaner, spirit moving sharper. Every setback became fuel for moving smarter. They panic with the crowd when the headlines hit. Who they know a building while they left that hit. Discreparation look foolish before the rain arrive. But survivors think different when they fighting to survive. Fast seasons feeling buried underneath the pressure. The seeds gotta die before they multiply forever. That's kingdom mathematics, that's the Lord's soul reap. A patient trader eat, non-emotional trader sleep. Yeah.
It's bigger than trading.
It's about mastering yourself.
Anybody can enter a trade.
You can conquer emotion.
Escape Babylon.
Cycle.
Move with rhythm.
Real with phase.
Smart action training.
They told us chase fast money,
Dead money.
worship greed,
Love for trading.
panic with a crowd,
Modern Babylon.
you don't fit.
Distraction and emotion.
Top of the morning, traders, and happy Thursday, August 27th, and welcome to the Most Value Pack Live Trading Show, where we live trade, breakdown charts, cover high-impact events, and talk trader mindset. Hope everyone had a wonderful day yesterday and is ready to kick off another opportunity-filled day. NVDA just reported earnings. NVDA got a double beat per usual. That's to be expected at this point with NVIDIA, and that is making the markets gap up. So we talked about yesterday how that can gap SPY up, gap the Qs up. NVIDIA can do that, and that's exactly what took place. So coming into the day, guys, just because it gapped up, don't have a bias and think it's bullish. Let the market prove to you, and let your setups come to fruition. All right, wait for your setups, wait for everything. What happened yesterday stays yesterday. What happened today stays in today. Don't fall victim to the gap up and fall in the gap. Do your technical due diligence, and let's look to take advantage of the best opportunities. Okay, if you're a first-time viewer, let's know where you're joining from. Long-time viewers, take the next steps. Join our community. We're officially open. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So out the gate, we're seeing small caps push. We're seeing QQQ testing that PML. NVDA, where is NVIDIA? NVIDIA, we're going to keep a close eye on NVIDIA per usual. We always watch it every day. But NVIDIA is at that 223 territory. 223 territory. So we are finally outside. We're finally outside of this 5-day range. PCE GDP plus NVIDIA was what was enough to get us outside of this 5-day range. We still can get back into it, but now guess what? We're looking to push into the 6-day range just above us. All right, just above us. All right, let that candle close. We'll start rocking and rolling. Palantir out the gate, smashing that 180. Apple pushing. NVIDIA is strong there. Okay, let's see if this move is legit. Nice bounce off that PML. PML sweep on the Qs. We're seeing small caps push. Let's see if the Dow can restabilize, hold above that daily downside breaker. Okay, if we can get a synchronized sell, synchronized buying. We only got 2 days this week, 2 days this month, 2 days this month where we got clean moves. Everything else is hard fought. Okay, everything else is hard fought. So, will today be the day? Put in the chat, will today be the day we get a clear move? We can care less which direction, guys. Direction it doesn't matter to us. All right. It doesn't make a difference. We can take the calls, we can take the puts. But can we get some follow through across all the indexes? Nasty drop on Meta there. Meta falling off a cliff. Amazon falling off a cliff. Alphabet falling off a cliff. Qs. Nasty trap on the Qs. That's why it's so dangerous. Look at the Qs, guys. The Qs get above VWAP trap and SPYs dumping. Small caps dumping. Dow dumping. We're in the jaws of the gap up from this morning. We're in the jaws of the gap from this morning. And now we're officially directional on the hourly. We're officially directional on the hourly. We are officially directional on the hourly. Good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Thursday. First things first, I want you to take a look at the IV on SPY. If you were trading SPY late afternoon yesterday, what you realized was, why is SPY's IV going up? All right, for my power hour traders who do trade SPY or any of the indexes, you notice during that last hour and a half, okay, or so, you start to see the IV increase. You start to see the IV kick in, okay, because of NVIDIA. NVIDIA is one of those names that can move the market. Okay, NVIDIA is basically the main character, okay. Okay, Q's testing that PML. We talked about that PML, all right. What kind of response we get off that PML? Just below us, the Q's of that 715. Folks on YouTube, that 715 on the Q's coincides very close with that 200 EMA on the hourly. Just be mindful of that. Microsoft, nasty trap above that PMH. Q's, the Google continues to sell off. NVIDIA is pushing. NVIDIA is looking to push into that 225. Okay, Google falling off a cliff. Meta falling off a cliff. Okay, we're testing that daily upside breaker. Friday's highs. Okay, we're testing the top. Qs are falling off a cliff aggressively, guys. Qs are falling off a cliff aggressively. So some major profit taking. Okay, Dow's stable. Dow's stable. Dow's above that. Dow's above the VWAP. Shockwave 5 on the clock. Take a look at SPY's IV. Okay, it's back to some level of normalcy. No, VIX dipped below 15. Bitcoin, what a break, and what a break back into that 80K. Bounced off that level, broke back into 80K. QQ SPY, I'm looking at the 766s. If Shockwave 5 give me something. Okay, Qs, guys, be mindful in that 715 territory. Okay, 715 territory on the Qs. We can be very sensitive to that 715. Basically, the Qs, the drop from PML into 715 is your window. And interestingly enough, guys, we're seeing a rotation to the Dow. The Dow is starting to get picked up here. Dow is starting to get picked up. The Dow is starting to get picked up. If the Qs can get past that 715 to the downside and continue to sell off, that will allow SPY to break that daily upside breaker, continue to sell off. If the Dow, if the Qs, I should say, if the Qs catch a bid off that 715, that will lift SPY up back into VWAP. So the Qs testing 715, the Dow continues to push. So now off the open, guys, the first few minutes of the day, the Dow is the leader to the upside. And pre-market, QQQ is the standout. PLTR. PLTR, keeping a close eye on PLTR. PLTR, the 180s to 170. These are Friday's contracts or tomorrow's contracts. Okay. The 185s, PLTR. Let me take a look at the volume skew. Okay, so PLTR, we continues to push via Shockwave 5, hold above via Shockwave 15, hold above that 180. Early candidate for the calls, PLTR. Next is Tesla. Tesla. We got Tesla. These are the contracts expiring tomorrow. We got the 355s. If Qs violate that 715 and continue to sell off and disrespect that 200 EMA right there, that'll allow SPY to slide gradually, but the Dow is strong now. Okay. Amazon nosedive. So on SPY, I'll wait until Shockwave 15, guys. I'll just wait for the first 15 minutes. Let everything settle. I'll wait for the first 15. Amazon nosedive. Okay, I'm going to put that on my watch as well. The Amazon puts. So I have the Palantir calls, Amazon puts on watch. Indexes, small caps, if they can hold above PMH to the upside, they have room into that weekly open. Amazon falling off a cliff. Okay, Amazon, you can see. Boom. Shockwave 5 already hit scale out. I already hit TP1. Same as PLTR to the upside. PLTR via Shockwave 5. That's actually brewing currently. Okay. So small caps, if they continue to show strength, I'm looking at the 300s. 300 calls on small caps. Now Google falling off a cliff. Okay. Google also. Google is going to come into that major support territory. We need to violate that support for that continued break. The Google 335 puts do look appealing. I'll have that on watch as well. I want to see Google get below that 330.52. And last but not least, Tesla. Okay, Blesla. Tesla, wild action on Tesla yesterday. 355s. I wouldn't go further than 360. These are 1 DTs, okay? And that's the only option at this point. It's getting crushed here. Okay, the interesting thing now, guys, is this actually looks better now because the Dow has shown strength. If the Qs can reclaim PML and the Dow can knock out that 535, all right, we might get some synchronized buying there. Tesla, look at the 360s, full circle. Okay, so this is my watch so far. All right, these are the contracts I'm watching. Okay. Now all I'm doing now is waiting for the trigger. Okay, good morning, guys. Good morning, everyone on YouTube. Let's get to the chat. So Amazon, Palantir, Amazon, potential puts, Palantir, potential calls, Google, potential puts, Tesla, potential calls, IDM, potential calls. Right between now and 3 and 9:45. So after 9:45, I'll look at those. I'll see if they have some legitimacy behind them. As the Qs are starting to push, guys, nice reclaim with the Qs. Okay, what did they come bounce off of? They came bounce off of here. All right, so we told our team, do not short right there. You can short from pre-market low into this territory, but that's an area where we can see a nice little bounce. SPY, what is SPY doing, guys? That SPY daily upside breaker is holding up. And look at the Dow. The Dow is actually recovering. It's actually favorable. It's slowly setting up for synchronized buying. Slowly setting up for synchronized buying. Okay. It's almost like this, guys. In this recent season, for SPY to have that expansion move, Qs and the Dow have to be on the same page. If they're not on the same page, it's just scalps on SPY. That's the best way I can put it. That's the best way I can put it. Good morning, guys. Good morning, team. As you're coming to smash that like button, let's get the likes up. We got 100 people joining us this morning. Good morning, wherever you're joining us from, whatever time it is you're joining us from. If you're joining us from a mobile device, desktop, tablet, good morning. Good morning, and God bless you, George, and your family, health, economy, and viewers. Happy Thursday. May you receive gratitude and generosity. Amen. God bless everyone joining us, guys, every day, despite the fact that it's choppy markets, okay? This is first world problem complaints, all right? It's a blessing to even come and trade these markets, to have this knowledge and apply it every day and have an opportunity at this thing, all right? The fact that this market is choppy, not the biggest deal in the world. We will find a way to adapt. We'll find a way to survive at minimum, and we'll find a way eventually to thrive. Okay. Verse of the day, Colossians 3:1. Good morning, Francis. Good morning, Sid. Good morning, Nico. Good morning, Vanuz. Good morning, Log. Good morning, Poleman. Good morning. No sound where? No sound on YouTube. Okay, Shockwave 5. Look at Tesla, guys. Tesla shot out of a cannon. I want to see Tesla hold above that 350. Okay. No sound. Is YouTube good? Thumbs up if the sound on YouTube is good. I want to try to find where there's no sound. So I'm multi-streaming on three different places. So we're on YouTube, we're on Discord, and we're on Google Meets as well. So let's see if we can isolate where the problem's coming from. Okay. Okay, QQQ leading us. QQQ recovering, bouncing off that 715, off that 200 EMA. Okay, so what's showing some strength here? Tesla hold well at 350. Meta starting to push. We got Palantir pushing. We got Google pushing to the upside. Google going the opposite way. Okay, this can be synchronized buying if the Dow breaks, guys. If the Dow breaks, we can finally possibly get a synchronized buying type of day. We'll take a look at my Tesla, my good friend Tesla. I'm not going to chase it. I'm going to let it come to me. I like that 350 hold. Now we got Microsoft coming in as well. Shockwave 15. Let's see if those calls can print. Okay, that signal can stay on the chart. I'm looking at the 770s on SPY. Okay, see if Tesla can hold up. See if SPY can hold that. And see if the Qs. If the Qs can knock out 535, if the Dow can knock out 535, the Qs can knock out those highs. All right, we might get some synchronized activity there. Tesla come back to 348, 348.36 for that Shockwave 5, or reclaim Shockwave 15. Microsoft brewing. We got Meta pushing above 580. SPY starting to struggle. Look at this trap on the Q. So vicious, guys. These traps are so vicious. All right. That's why it's so important to wait for confirmation. It's a vicious, vicious game they're playing, guys. Meta doing its own thing the past 2 days. Today, pumping. Yesterday was wild on Meta. Discord sound is off. Look at this. Log out of Discord. And then we get logged back in. Okay, how's the sound now, guys? Thumbs up if the sound in the Discord is good. Thumbs up if the sound in the Discord is good. Tesla, looking at the 360s full circle. I want to see if we can come and test that Shockwave 5. Vicious trap. Okay, that was mean. Okay, that was mean by the Qs. I'm telling you guys, they're coming for pure annihilation. Zero sound on Discord. Sound is good now. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Volume was real low. Let me see. How about now? How's the volume now? Microsoft. If you take a look at the Q's chart and NVIDIA's chart, they're matching one another, candle for candle. Okay, during the intraday. They're basically going candle for candle. Apple also looks appealing. Apple worked nicely for us yesterday. Apple, the 315s. Okay, look at the Qs, guys. Qs are about to go the other way. They're giving the 350, the 715s a retest. Okay, retest at 715. So if this does not go double bottom, this can drag us lower. Right, but the main thing is, guys, this is a major area the Qs are testing. So it's going to be tough to slam the shorts unless we get confirmation below that 715. Because look, right, 715 and 200 EMA. Right, You have to be short already going into it and have a little bit of a cushion. Okay, sound is back. Good, good, good. Apple, I'm going to keep a close eye on Apple. The 315s. Tesla starting to bounce off Shockwave 5. SPY still testing that daily upside record territory, that major 4-day range, 5-day range supply high. Nice bounce on Tesla. Tesla needs to knock out that 350. Nice PMH bounce on Tesla. Okay, if the Qs get back above these highs, guys, if the Qs get back above their highs, and the down knocks out that's 535, okay, we can start rocking and rolling. Reclaim, recapture on Microsoft, recapture on Palantir to the upside. Tesla, see if Tesla can take out that high, that daily upside breaker. Okay, I'm looking for a resurface setup via Shockwave 15 on Tesla into highs a day, possibly targeting that 351.93. Okay, I'm going to watch it carefully into that area and eventually push into the highs of the day. So during that time, I want to see SPY knock out those highs, get above that 769.20, and I want to see the Qs get all their respective highs as well. I'm looking at a Tesla here. Okay, get above that 350.75. If you took it off that bounce, okay, you're already looking good. 347.99. So I'm just trying to catch the remaining piece of the crumbs, the last piece of the crumbs there on Tesla. Okay, I'm going to wait for a close this time. Yesterday, I didn't get a good fill. I'm going to wait that extra second. I want to see that hold. In the interim, I want to see that hold above 350, 350 on Tesla. See if Tesla can flip back the upside here. See if Tesla can flip back the upside, get above 350.75. Okay. Got my finger on the trigger on Tesla. Give me that break. I want to see the SPY break as well. I want to see the Qs go as well. Okay, Tesla, knock out that high right there, that 5-minute candle high, knock it out. We'll be good to go, and I want to see SPY get into the high of the day as well. And we'll look to take Tesla as the first trade of the day. Meta's pushing, Microsoft pushing nicely, Palantir starting to push. Tesla's testing that 350. Okay, SPY leading the way. SPY initially, if you take Shockwave 15, you have room into the 769.69. Okay. We do have a major key level right there. What we do like here, what I do like is the fact that SPY, Q, and the Dow are on the same page. Okay, on the last 5 minutes. They can all break their Shockwave 15 levels. The call triggers will be good to go. Apple is starting to go here, guys. I'll take Tesla right there. I'm going to test the calls. I'm going to test the calls here. If you did take Tesla, manage it accordingly. Okay, I want to see Tesla declare victory above 350.75 and continue to push. Okay, risk is conservative. I want to see the Qs play catch up now. I want to see the Qs play catch up. See if Tesla has some follow through. When it's all said and done, guys, that 5-minute candle, if it can close above that 350.75, we'll be good to go. And basically, we need SPY to break here. SPY can break here. Tesla will be in good shape. If SPY just completely rejects there and can't get past this area, then Tesla will more than likely get stopped out. Okay. So see if Tesla can stay above 350. No shockwave signal yet on the reclaim. Small caps going the other way. See if Tesla can at least hold above 350. Okay. Did see a little bit of positive on Tesla. 4 or 5%, but I'm looking for a push into that daily upside breaker. See if SPY can hold VWAP. If SPY can hold VWAP, that'd be great. And if the Qs don't create too much separation rate from VWAP, should be able to withstand that selling we're seeing here. Now I want to just see buyers protect this 350 on Tesla. Okay, it's going to come down to that 350. Okay, do they protect it? Or do the buyers protect it? Or do they neglect it? Okay, protect or neglect. Volume is very low. I got volume all the way on the max on my side, guys. Tesla's starting to push here. Okay, go, 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 Tesla. If you need to TP. 7-8%. All right. I'm going to let this thing go to where it needs to get to. How's the volume now? Okay, Tesla knockout 350.93. SPY. SPY and the Q is giving us a hard time. SPY is below VWAP. See if Tesla can at least hold 350. Alright, can give it a little bit of time into that stop because it's a 1, but not too much time. Very tight leash. Okay. Q's taking out the other side, guys. Q's. We want to see that 315 to 715 break on the Q decisive break. See if SPY can bounce off that PML. SPY's chart is atrocious. Okay, we need some kind of bounce here. 715 on the Qs need to hold. Okay, Microsoft is pushing nicely. Apple, okay, flying under the radar. See if Apple can continue to push. I want no close below conservative on Tesla for me. Okay, down about 10, 12%. See if we can withstand that. Recapture 350 on Tesla. If we can recapture it, that would be great. If we get the alert and we close below that level, then I'll be out of there. Probably about a 15 to 20% stop. In the meantime, we need some kind of bounce here. Qs are starting to break the other side, guys. Qs are leading the race to the downside. So Qs are at low a day. Qs are at low a day. So if Tesla closes below right there, that conservative there, I'm going to close out. If Tesla closes below conservative, I'll get out of there and get stopped out. See if we can recapture 750, 350. I keep saying 750, 350. I know there's a lot of numbers I'm throwing out there, but 350 for Tesla. Recapture that. All right. On the 5. SPY starting to catch a bid. If the Qs want to trap some shorts at the lows and drag them higher, that's actually good for Tesla. Okay, that's actually good for Tesla. Okay, this is Tesla right here. No close below here. Okay. What do we need to do? We need to knock out that 350.99. We just need help from SPY. We did see 7-8%, but I'm looking for at least a push into that daily upside breaker. And this territory is what I'm targeting. Okay, so at least about a 1.5 R. If we get it close below 350, then I'll part ways. Okay. In the meantime, we need the indexes to pick up the slack. Okay, this is Tesla. We're currently in this position in the 360s full circle contracts. So what takes place here, guys? Does Tesla break, or do we get stopped out, or does this thing provide a TPE? We shall see. We shall see. If SPY can get back above VWAP, that's encouraging. Tesla's holding up. Tesla's holding up. We have a new hourly candle here. First 30 minutes of the day is in the books. Take a minute to smash the like button on YouTube, guys. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. We're closing it on 6K subs. If we can get there by the end of the month, that would be great. Okay, so make sure to like the video. We will do a giveaway. We'll do a giveaway at 11 o'clock, between 11 o'clock and 11:30, if we're at 100 likes by then. All right, so take a minute if you haven't already. Smash the like button. First 30 minutes of the day in the books. First trade of the day, very similar to yesterday, is Tesla. Tesla's the first trade of the day for us today. Index is very choppy. Q is very choppy. Okay, so either stop me out or take me to my one of my destinations. Okay, that is the. Notice with the 0 versus the 1DT. The 1DT down about 10, 15, 20%. 0, this exact same trade, if those contracts expire today, you'll be down 30, 40%. Okay, so there is a difference. Everything is hugging VWAP, guys. Everything's hugging VWAP, tit for tat, during the first hour. During the first 30 minutes, I should say. If we can reclaim VWAP, SPY resurface back above VWAP, Qs do the same thing. That's best case scenario for Tesla, but Tesla needs to knock out that 350.75. Okay, get to close above that level. 350.75. Okay, let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up, guys. Do we have any first-time viewers tuning in today? Amazon, another leg lower. Amazon, if it can knock out that 255.59. Apple also on the verge of getting a break. So while I babysit Tesla, I'm going to keep a close eye on my friend Apple. Okay, very similar to yesterday. Deja vu of yesterday. If you guys recall, stopped out on Tesla. Yesterday, we moved over to Apple and then worked out on Apple. If we get a close below that level right there, guys, I got to get out of there. If we get a close below that yellow box on the 1, not even the 5. Okay, I'll part ways. So if there are buyers, they should protect this 350. Okay, they should protect 350. If they can't protect 350, all right, VWAP is incoming. Yeah, Amazon, look for Amazon 255.59 break. If you took the retrace reject off of that weekly downside breaker, that's also playing out. Okay, now do we have enough fuel off this 350 bounce? So the 1 DTs, you can sit through this for a little bit of time, right? Not too much time, but more than the zeros. The zeros, I mean, this is going to be tough. You still can sit through it, but each time it starts to bounce, the longer it takes, you're going to need a bigger move. Okay. Now Microsoft, guys, Microsoft clear push to the upside. Meta, nice break on Meta as well. Meta, Microsoft, M&M leading the way. Yep, sandwich, yep, right there. I want to see. So that 350 separation is going to determine whether this works out or whether it stops out. Whether it works out or stops out. And speaking of breakdowns, keep a close eye on small caps below PML. A very tight window to the downside into 298.13. But keep a close eye on that breakdown on small caps, IWM via Shockwave 15. So the clear winners during the first stretch is Microsoft and Meta. Microsoft and Meta. Okay, see if SPY can start to push here, guys, towards those highs. Qs can start to push towards those highs. Small caps going the opposite way. Tesla down about hovering between down 10 to 20% in that territory. Palantir, if we can break, it might have room into that 185 territory. Palantir. Keep a close eye on Palantir resurface. Meta continues to push the upside. Keep a close eye on that 585 on Meta as it approaches Microsoft. Clear win on Microsoft. Q is reclaiming PML. Everything's hugging VWAP, guys. If the indexes slide, small caps for the puts. Okay, if the indexes just start to slide to the downside, fail VWAP and get separation downside, small caps is sitting right there. Right now it has to make its own push to the downside. It has room between that 293.37, okay, 298.37, 298.13 territory. Very small window. Okay, that's very scalpable. Apple falling off a cliff. Okay, Microsoft and Meta. So Microsoft and Meta come back in on the retest. Call me. There goes small caps for the puts. Who took small caps for the puts? All right. It's a very tight window, but it's very scalp friendly. If you're a scalper, you can make something out of that. Okay, Tesla. See if we get one more push. One more push on Tesla. Okay, Tesla, let's go. We need this break here. Okay, we need this break on Tesla above those highs. Okay. If that turns into rejection, sit through more chop. It already provided a 7-8% TP opportunity, but I'm looking for a push to that blue line. You see that blue line up there? I want to see this hold and us continue to push. Up 9. See if we can get a hold above that level. See if we get a hold above that level. Okay, we're coming for that retest. If this candle takes back everything this candle did, that tells us it's going to be more chop. See if you get some follow through. Candle over candle to the upside. Okay, potential signal, call signal coming in here. So I did see 9 there. Want to see a push into here. SPY headed the other way. Q's flat. Hugging VWAP. SPY hugging VWAP as well. This 5-minute candle has 1 minute left. I don't want it to close back below that 350. Look at that, guys. Gets a push and immediately gets pushed back lower. So this 1 minute candle is still up for grabs. Okay, now it's closed. Now we want to break this 351.22. Right, we don't have any support from the indexes. It's basically Tesla kind of has to do its own thing. Okay, Tesla has to do its own thing here. We don't have any backup from our big brothers. All right, we gotta fight our own battle. See if we can at least stay above 350.01. We have a new 5-minute candle, 10-minute candle coming up. See if we get one more push here. As SPY is getting lifted off the VWAP. Alphabet 341.24 break into PMH. Brewing. Get above this 1 minute candles high. Okay, new 5 minute candle here across the board. Okay, see if SPY and the Qs can start to push. Qs are starting to push here. They need to get above 717.70. And for Tesla, guys, you see, this needs to hold. So it looks like it's going. It wants to break one way. Okay, getting tighter and tighter and tighter. All right. So if it breaks the other way, that's my invalidation marker. Okay. Okay, I like how the Qs are starting to wake up here. Okay, now I want to see some follow through on the Qs. Follow through on the Qs. This 5 minute candle is still young. All right, it's only a minute and some change in. Sometimes you see a 5 minute candle, right? When it flips, it's that 5 minute candle it's alive and active and moving and looks convincing during the first minute of that 5 minute stretch. All right, so you start to get a good read when it's basically at that 3 minute mark, 3.5 minutes, 4 minute mark. You have a good idea. Volume on YouTube is hard to hear. Try turning it up all the way. I'm not sure what I can do on my end. I have the volume cranked up to the maximum. Okay. The engine is trying to signal some calls and trying to find some calls. Right, just filtering everything out. I took this on my own strength. Okay, Tesla, let's go. Last time we got here, Tesla was up 9%. Okay, so let's do a case study. When it's up here again, is it going to be 9% or is it going to be less? And the difference is because of theta. Okay. Qs are at least going here. Double dip on small caps for the puts. Resurface back to downside. Okay, so Tesla, if it breaks here, guys, if it breaks here, it breaks down, I gotta let it go. If it closes below 350, I gotta let it go. All right, I'm gonna move my stop to here. Okay, no close below 350. Okay, I like how the Qs are pushing. Small caps dumping. See if that's enough to get Tesla to break here. See if it's enough. Qs are starting to push. I want to get that alert on the Qs. Look at Microsoft, guys. Microsoft is doing its thing. Tesla, take out that 351.35. And the next minute some change. We will have a continuation candle on the 5 minute. We got QQQ on the verge of taking out Shockwave there. See if we can knock out those highs and continue to push. Okay, Tesla starting to push here. Up 13, 15, 20. I'm going to take a majority off right there. At 20, thank you very much. Holding runners. Okay. Holding runners. I'm going to use this as my stop. Initial entry. Still up 14. Okay. There has to be some legitimacy behind this break on the Qs. If it just starts to fade, I don't want to close back below these levels. All right, so runners basically back near break even. Okay, so 20%. Took some time. Stuck to the plan. We took it to where we needed to. If you wanted to take it to the scalp, there's multiple opportunities. And now let's see if we can declare a victory above 351.93. All right, some major resistance up ahead. If we can knock that out, okay, then we have room to go. But to do that, we need support from the Qs. All right. Tesla can fight its own battles, but it will be easier if it has some support, okay? If it has some kind of alliance, right, from the Qs and SPY. Look at Microsoft, guys. Microsoft continues to rip 20% on Tesla. All right, so this is the target. Okay, 20%. I want to see a push, continue to push above those highs. This 5 minutes still young. Who took Tesla? Dollar signs in the chat if you took Tesla. If you took Microsoft, you're laughing to the bank. If you took Meta, you're laughing to the bank. Scale out on Tesla, up 28% here, guys. 28%. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my stop to that this dead upside breaker. So I'll at least walk away with double digits, okay? Don't chase, or you'll be in last place. No close below this blue line. That's it, on the one. Very, very tight stop. All right. No close below it. Double top alert. Be mindful of that. Okay, I'll close it right there. For about 15, 17%. So I did see about 25. Took a majority off at 20. Double top, starting double top. Q's not pushing, and then close the runners right there. All right, so Tesla, thank you very much. Tesla got the job done for us. On to the next one. If Tesla wants to come back, count me in. Call me back, Tesla. If you're back on the market, hit me up, Tesla. In the meantime, back to SPY. All right. So we took Tesla exactly to target. So when you're taking something to target, let me go back to Tesla for instance. Make sure the idea is whether it worked out or it didn't, doesn't deem it a good or bad trade. Okay, so if an idea works out in your favor, means if you make profit from the idea, or if you get stopped out, that should not deem it a good or bad trade. So in this instance, okay, my objective is to take Tesla here into these highs. I opt not to take the 9%, 8% multiple times. In the event that I do get stopped out, which is a possibility, I can't then go back and say it was a bad trade because I didn't take my 9%. All right, that was already part of the plan. I can only say that if my objective was to scalp it, and 9% was there, 10% was there, and I didn't take that profit and it gets stopped out. All right, so a good or bad trade is based on, one of the factors is, did you stick to the plan? Did you do your best to make the most out of the opportunity that's in front of you? Did you put proper risk management protocols in place? All the boring stuff, okay? SPY needs to knock out these highs. SPY needs to knock out those highs. Small caps give you a nice little scalp into that territory, pushing aggressively to the upside. Apple falling off a cliff. NVDA not touching NVIDIA. Pull back on Microsoft would be nice. Meta, a little sketchy, but Meta pull back, that would be great as well. So if you have shockwave, right, you just be patient for it and take it, and that'll get the job done. Okay. So Tesla's been getting the job done. Blessla strikes again. Palantir. Where are my Palantir traders? Palantir. Resurface. Palantir resurface. Okay. Tesla's starting to push back. Okay, if we can drop below the initial entry and resurface, all right, I'll consider a double dip. Okay, if you caught Microsoft, Meta, Palantir, or Tesla, okay, that might be as good as it gets during the rest of first shift, maybe second shift. All right, take a minute. Make sure to like the video on YouTube team. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe. Who's done for the day? Who is one and done? Okay, one and done. Protocol is run. Who's done? That's the objective, guys, to be in and out. See profit, take profit. Tesla. Okay, I like how SPY's starting to push. So Tesla double dip possibly brewing here. Tesla. Okay, I want to see Tesla resurface. Resurface here, Tesla. I want strength on SPY. SPY break those highs. Tesla resurface. Okay, I'll take Tesla right there. Okay, I'm back in Tesla calls. Okay, second attempt. Didn't get the best fill, but I'll take it. Because if SPY does decide to go into those highs, guys, if SPY decides to fly, Tesla will be my proxy. Okay, so double dip on Tesla. If SPY rejects completely, okay, then Tesla will probably get stopped out. My entry for this one, 120, the exact same entry as before. Okay, basically the same entry. Okay, basically the same entry. All right, so same thing. Risk is conservative. This is way to play the. If you want to have tighter risk, you can use 350. If you want to have more conservative risk, okay, use the 350 on Tesla. Okay. This is in pursuit of, if SPY takes this out and comes into these highs and goes, Tesla would be my horse in the race. If SPY rejects, go double top. Then Tesla falls back under 350. You can cut it loose. If your stop is at conservative, you have until 349.43. But this is just a disappointing action, guys. With all these catalysts, disappointing action. We'll take a look at the volume as well. What kind of volume we got yesterday. All right, if you did take Tesla, manage accordingly, guys. Manage accordingly. 351.68. Okay, Tesla starting to push. Tesla up 14. I'm gonna take a majority off right there at 13%. Thank you very much, Tesla. All right, holding runners on Tesla. Holding runners on Tesla. And now see if SPY can get that break. Okay, if SPY can get that break, Tesla high day coming in. There we go, guys. Tesla, I'll put the stop near break even for those runners, see if they can go. And of course, I want to use that runner as well as a SPY. The SPY breakout here, the SPY breakdown. That's what the runner will be predicated on. Okay. Okay, Shockwave 15 here on SPY. Can we get that break? Put in the chat. Can we get that break? Do we get that break here? If we do, your risk is 768.69. Tesla double dip. Okay. Tesla double dip worked out beautifully. This one took place much quicker than the first one, but we'll take it, guys. We'll take it. If If I see double digits in the first few minutes, okay, if I'm in a trade less than a minute and I see double digits right away, I'm taking some off right off the top immediately, because that's the most efficient trade. The return on your time is so high. Okay. Tesla up 14. If SPY can break here, if you're taking shockwave 15 on SPY, manage accordingly. Watch, be mindful of that key level right there. 15% on Tesla. Tesla stay above this 351.93. Okay, 23% here on Tesla. Highs of the day coming on Tesla. %. Okay, I'll close it right there at high day at Tesla at 24%. Okay. Okay, there we go. If it knocks out, if Tesla can knock out those highs, it can fly, but we need SPY to knock out those highs. All right, so I'm taking that back again into highs a day for the same setup. All right, so Blesla today got the job done, guys. Got the job done. All right, we took this entry. Okay, again, my entry is still a little early. All right, so if you just wait for shockwave, shockwave will get the job done. Okay, you wait for shockwave, shockwave will get the job done. Until you scale out right there, and it comes back in. Guess what? You have a choice. Do you want to take it again? Are the same things that were present when you took it here available there? All right, this is the best opening range system, guys. There's nothing like it. There's nothing like it. So thank you very much, Tesla. Thank you very much, Mr. Musk. If you're holding runners into above those highs, you're in good position. You're up about 15%. You have about a 15% buffer, as opposed to someone who's taking the calls above these highs. All right, SPY is starting to push. Congratulations to my shockwave traders on SPY as well. Okay, you had to. That was a hard fought push, but again, respect this resistance. Okay. If it continues to push, and it gets that break, Tesla's going to continue to fly. It looks like Tesla just might be getting started here, guys. Okay. Who's done for the day? 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 Dollar signs in the chat if you took any of those ideas. And those are the two trades I'm going to take today. Microsoft doing good. Good. Scale out. All right. Shockwave 3.0. We'll be here soon. Especially in these conditions, guys. I just can't wait until the expansion environment comes back. Okay. We're still able to navigate this garbage action. All right, so be encouraged, guys. If you're able to navigate this treacherous price action and you're surviving, that's a victory. If you're still putting up green weeks, green months in these conditions, okay, you're made. All right. So when those conditions return, that's going to be awesome. All right. And the ones who can really enjoy it and really embrace it are the ones who traded these conditions, who survived this back and forth. Meta coming back for that retest. Keep a close eye. All right. Tesla TP1 hit. Tesla TP1 hit. Okay. Who's done for the day, guys? Who's done for the day? Let's take a look at the chat. It's Tesla still holding with all closed. Week down. Nice. You got that resistance up there as well. Yep. Beautiful entry. You have a better entry. What entry is that one? What level is that? Below you. Your entry is way better than my entry. All All right, so my entry is above 350. So tremendous job, Richie. Jackson hold it 100%, guys. Okay, so that might be it. That might just be a first shift type of trade for me. Take the 2. Maybe we'll do a lotto during second shift. We'll see. But if you're able to catch a couple of these ideas, capitalize and be done for the day. Tomorrow is Friday. We're gonna stick to our protocol. Ramp down Friday. Make sure to join us for Free Trade Friday. I'll be sharing the delay-free ad-free stream. You have access to it in the free tier Discord. Okay. Okay, you take Shockwave 15 here on SPY. You scale out there. You're at resistance. If you don't, market will take the profit. Just like that. If you're holding a little longer for the retest, you can see structurally we're starting to put some pressure on his resistance. Okay, so there's going to be some trickery. Okay, Tesla. Google not sure why this didn't brew expanding. We're expecting with NVDA, move, Gemini. Yeah, a lot of these names, it's like they either move or they don't. Sometimes they move to new, sometimes they move to the rumor, sometimes they don't. It's we do have small caps with the weakness, maybe a double dip opportunity for small caps to the downside. Very tight wiggle room for small caps to break past that 298.13. We're going to need a complete breakdown on SPY and the Qs. But if they're going to start to gravitate towards VWAP, that might give enough room for small caps to drop below PML into that daily downside break, a small little window. Okay. Tesla still pushing higher, guys. Came back and retested that 351.93. $351.93. Chop, chop, chop. Q's testing, SPY testing. SPY testing that 9 as well. And first shift is officially in the books. So during first shift, we took 2 trades, both trades on Tesla. First one took some time to take place. Eventually worked out. And then second one played out beautifully in under 5 minutes. So 2 trades for today. Okay, definition of 1 hour workday. The issue is how slow the action is. That's what the frustrating part, right? How slow it's moving. When you're watching it, it's moving fast. And when you're in it, it's moving slow. Right? That's the frustrating part. Okay. Shockwave. Let me fix this real quick. There we go. So put in the chat, for the ones who have Shockwave, guys, would you prefer 5? Okay, would you prefer 5 indicators in one, or 5 of the shock waves separately. Okay, I might do both because some people don't have the premium on TradingView. So shockwave 5, shockwave 15, or would you want one that is the stack, the entire stack? All right, I'll probably do both. Okay. And the entire stack, you can switch the time frames inside of it and it adjusts everything automatically. Five indicators in one. Yeah, that's what I'm leaning towards as well. Okay. So I'll make both available. I'll make the stack available, and I'll make all the individual ones available as well. All right, and that's basically the opening range. The opening range is completely done. All right, and in the portal, guys, I'm designing it so it's very, very friendly. You have if you go to the Striker playbook, okay, there's a section here. All right, a lot of you tell me, hey, you know what, George, I see you trading a system. I don't have a system. I want to be disciplined, but what am I going to be disciplined for? I don't have a system. All right, so here, guys, you go in the setup library. In the setup library in the portal, okay, you understand each of these systems. Okay, trading the chop, trading trends, reversals, key levels. Okay, and then I want you to, if you're looking for a system, look at Tesla pusher here. Okay, pick 2 to 3 setups, define the rules. Okay, simulate for 30 days. This is what people don't want to do. They just want to throw money at things they haven't traded before. Okay, trade it in a simulated environment for 30 days. Track every attempt, review the evidence, and then graduate carefully. Meaning implement it. Okay, you have the 5-minute orb, 15-minute orb, 30-minute orb, 60-minute orb. So all these, everything related to the opening range, okay, we have an indicator for. That's already automated. Every other one of these, okay, indicators will be available as well. But you choose what works best for you. All right, so the playbook is important. Look at Tesla, guys. Who's holding Tesla? My diamond hand traders, if you're holding Tesla, tremendous job. Okay. Maybe if I had the same amount of patience the second time, Apple's starting to go as well. All right, so that's going to be available to you. Okay, trend lines. All right, because you have to have a playbook. It's like if you think of football, if you think of any sports analogy I can use, the players are not going out there and just standing around and running around. Right? Every spot on the court, every position on the field is accounted for. All right, there's plays, there's schemes. Think of it like when you're a trader, okay, you have your offense, you have your defense. If you like to use football terminology, this will really resonate with you. Your defense is your risk management. Okay, that's what gets you to the Super Bowl and gives you a chance to win the Super Bowl. You have to have a top tier defense, aka risk management, account management, capital allocation. All that has to be covered. Okay? But at some point in time, you need to put some points on the board. Even though your opponent is not scoring, you need to put some points on the board. So you need to have an offense. You don't have to have the best offense. You don't have to have the best players, right? But you just need an efficient offense that gets the job done and puts up enough points, okay? And your defense contains what the other team scores. That's enough. That's basically, if you translate that, that's basically positive R in trading. All right, so once you have your defense, now you want to start to look for offense. What's offense? Your plays. What are your plays? Your playbooks, your setups. Okay, and those have to match your style of trading. All right, that has to match your system. Okay, you're not going to put Lamar Jackson in a drop back system, right? You're going to try to utilize all of his skill sets. He's dynamic, okay? But you're not going to just try to make him do one thing. All right, so very important you understand it from that analogy, right? So you're basically the head coach. You have to develop your system. You have to have your plays. You're an offensive coordinator and a defensive coordinator. That's how I like to think of the offense. So that's where the playbook session comes in. Okay. These are the proven plays. Okay. Okay. That's like if you think of offense, all right, in football terminology, there's only so many things you can do. There's only so many ways you can run a route. There's only so many defenses you can play. So you start to build your system by doing that. So pick 2 to 3 and test them. Okay? Test them. I mean, testing them is basically mini camp before the season. All right? Okay? So I want everyone to do that. Go Tesla. Tesla's pushing nicely. Tesla, there we go, Pudol. 43% meta. You've been smacking meta past 2 days. Devil Dog. Tesla push nicely. I took it into the highs twice, into highs a day twice. Let's check back on Tesla. Look at that, guys. We took this, we sat through this into these highs, and I took this into these highs here. But you notice how this level is still holding. But it goes, and immediately comes back lower. Okay, so tremendous job, guys. All right, so you don't need 50 different plays. Okay, you just need maximum, even one play. Just one play. Apple is going. One play. Rinse and repeat. It's like if you think of when the Patriots had their run. Right? Notice they didn't have the best weapons. They don't have the best weapons. Right? But they knew their offense in and out. Okay, their scheme. They were so good at running their scheme. Those little slants, those small little routes, right? And they were able to win championships. Okay, so don't try to use someone else's offense. Try to build your own offense and take it from there. Okay, so Shockwave is an offense. Is a system, offense. You pick your defensive scheme. Are you conservative or are you aggressive? Aggressive basically means you're blitzing. Okay? Every down. Conservative means, okay, you're not blitzing. You're basically just cover 2. Right? So the offense can score on you, but maybe it won't score. Maybe they'll get a field goal. Right, so think of it like that, guys. You gotta put it into terms that you can understand. Whatever thing you understand well, you can translate it to anything. Or you can make an analogy towards business. You can make an analogy towards any sport. Okay, because what's true in one thing to be great is going to be universally true in everything else. It's just different language. The difference is just the language and the terms. But at the core, it's really the same principles. Okay, we grab first shift ties right there. Scale it right once again right there on SPY. Tesla aggressively selling off there after that push into that 355. Okay, 355 rejection there on Tesla. 40% on Tesla. Good, good, good. Good, good, good. Yep, and you want to take Apple. Whichever does not show slow trading view. Can you repeat that, Stefan, or clarify? Tremendous job, Wiz. All out 10% Tesla. Beautiful job, beautiful job, beautiful job. My trades are more solid, having more winners than losers, but my risk management is bad, and that's holding me back. So that what that basically means is you're a high scoring team, all right? You're a high scoring team. You know how to score points, but the only issue is the other team scores more points than you do. So it's not leading you to victory. So you know how to score, but you just don't know how to stop the other team from scoring. So that might have to do with the risk reward. So your losses are still bigger than your wins. Okay, you can make that adjustment when you dive into your journal and see what are causing the big losses. The big losses, what's the cause? Is it inconsistent sizing? Is it holding for too long? Right, what's the cause? Okay. Apple ripping and running, guys. Apple is a sleeper. Continues to push. Look at that. Apple, we talked about Apple. Anyone catch Apple? 100% Meta. Done for the day. Beautiful job, Dan. Tremendous, tremendous, tremendous. Is that your one trade for the day? I made a mistake yesterday. Overtraded. Back to event traded today. Yeah, Meta was yesterday's action on Meta was wild. And look at Meta now. All right, I think it's doing the same thing. It's just pumping, dumping, and it's moving so aggressively. Tesla again. Third time. Tesla for the third time. Triple top action there on SPY. The Dow's joining us up here. Q's headed back towards VWAP. All we can do is live and learn. Devil dog. With tremendous job yesterday. The best thing is after a big day is just run away. Okay, maybe have a rule where I'm not going to trade for 24 hours. And it's not, and if you have a hard time doing it, then it's like, hey, you know what? There is an underlying challenge I need to address. Right? Because it can be tough. If you want to tell yourself no and you can't stop, right? That's going to be what's going to hold you back. No matter how much you make, right? Okay. But tremendous job yesterday. Okay, Tesla. Third time's the charm for the scalp. Nice little bounce. Tesla is just rinse and repeat. Take it for what it gives you. Don't have the same expectations every time. I'll be done, guys. I'll be done for the day. All right. That's probably as good as it gets. Tesla got the job done today. We've been hammering Tesla this entire week. All right, I'm going to add Tesla as usual, especially Apple as well. Apple and Tesla. If these conditions continue to chop for the indexes, Apple and Tesla, okay, those are going to be some go-tos that provide some clean activity. Okay, I'm going to emphasize on Apple and Tesla. Beautiful job, CP. Who else is done, guys? Who else is done? 100%. If you can't stop it, there's an underlying issue. All right, there's an underlying challenge that needs to be addressed. And it's not easy, guys. It's not easy. Okay, because this is so gamified. It's so the dopamine is just programmed. Now it's 24/7 trading. Basically, it's gonna be 24/7 trading. You got so many things you can trade. You got prediction markets. You got this. You got that. A while back, we had the conversation of the new vice for this generation is gambling and prediction. All right, that's the new vice. Because the every generation there has to be a vice. Okay. And that they continue to push. Okay, we saw it take place with cigarettes. We saw it take place with alcohol. Right, and the numbers for the new generation, alcohol sales are at lows. Right, the younger generation they don't partake in alcohol as much as previous generations. So they need to find a new vice, and that's prediction markets. That's lowering the barrier for people to put money and gamble their money away. The lottery numbers are down as well. All right, so that's my prediction, guys. My prediction is it's going to be the barrier for entry, for trading, for prediction markets, for speculation. The entire speculation market is going to continue to get lowered, and the lower the barrier gets, unfortunately, the more difficult things can become. Because now the algos will be so efficient to ensure that they liquidate everybody. So we have to be on top of our game at all times. And from a mental standpoint, from a technical standpoint, and we have to separate ourselves, okay, by doing those things, having a systematic approach from the masses. Okay. So we have to walk that fine line. You make money, don't give it back. And it just treat it like work. Like that, the best way I can put it, guys, just treat it like work. You're not going to work 40 hours, receive your paycheck, and then go to your boss's door and say, you know what? You can have it. Take it back. Right? You're not going to do that. At least I'm not going to do that. Ever. All right? So you're not going to knock on his door and say, hey, you know what? I had a long week, but you know what? You can keep the 40 hours of my time and take back the check. Same thing in trading. You catch your setup. You catch a couple of setups that work in your favor. You put some money in your pocket. Right? It's done. The work is done. Now you're just saying, hey, let me give back what I made. All right. So Tesla, once again, guys, Tesla scale out. Tesla gave it to us 3 times. And let's just zoom out. When in doubt, zoom out. When in doubt, zoom out. What is SPY doing? Strikers, what is SPY doing? From the hourly. Okay, let's go to our game plan here. Game plan chart is going to be available here as well. Okay. Bullish zone right there. SPY came in and retested this 5-day supply flip. It flips this supply, comes back in, retests it, and bounces. Okay. That's what it did. Matter of fact, that comes into where? That daily upside breaker. The main thing for us this morning, for our strikers, guys, all right, the game plan was avoid going short in this area unless you get below 200 EMA. Okay, because this is a daily upside breaker test. The only way you can short this is from PML into this territory, Okay, with a very short leash. But if you're looking to go short right here, right, if you have proper risk management, you can survive. But if not, if you don't, you're going to just get taken out. You're going to be taken for a ride. Okay? That's what SPY did. So it comes exactly into that. The big level for us on the Qs was, again, same thing, 715, 200 EMAs. That's going to be tough. You can't go short below there. The short is available from pre-market low break all the way into this territory. But you don't want to open up shorts at 715 because you're opening shorts up or you're looking to take puts at support. So you need overwhelming evidence to suggest that there's still some selling pressure coming into that support, or that support is no longer supporting. Okay, same thing with the Dow. Okay, the thesis for that break can take place if the Dow can maintain this area. Dow's starting to get its act together. Dow is about to go engulfing candle on the daily. It came from the lows of prior day now to the highs of prior day. Last but not least, small caps. Small caps came into this territory range bound. Nice bounce off this area. See if we can get past that PMH for that expansion. If it can't, it gets back into this area here. Okay. So we cover all this in pre-market prep, guys. So make sure to join us tomorrow for Free Trade Friday. We're going to look to close out the week as strong as possible. We got Alphabet starting to push here. Apple, I'll say Apple is the MVP for second shift. Where is SPY going to? If it continues to do what it's doing, if there are no interruptions, okay, this next test for SPY is the 750, 7050. Let's throw our key levels on the chart. So this will be available very soon, guys. The key level indicator will be available very soon as well. Okay, so the most important levels are available. And if you don't know what those levels are, okay, you can go here. Go to the trading principles. Okay. Okay, strikers, go in here and everything's broken down. Why I use those levels? Okay. Key levels, inefficiencies, liquidity, confluence. Are you able to read it directly in here? Just have to refresh. Okay. So now, the big level is we're above 50% retrace of the weekly. 770 and 770.50 are the major level here. And of course, PMH as well. PMH is going to come into play as well. Okay, PMH, between PMH and 770, this is the major level. If we can get past this territory, we have room into the 772, 774s. If we fail to do so, we can start to chop back and forth in this territory, treat this previous 5-day supply flip test as support, treat this as resistance. Alright, so the main thing is get above 750, get above PMH, all the index on the same page, we have a chance at pushing to 772. Alright, and at this rate is moving very slowly. It's a slow grind higher. So even though it's taking place, it's taking its sweet time. Okay. So Tesla, guys, Tesla went for, okay, trifecta for Tesla. Trifecta for Tesla. Shockwave will give it to you. Boom, boom. This is just as good as this one here. Okay, boom. This one actually happened a little faster, smoother. So 3 setups on Tesla. If you're just stalking Tesla using the indicator, you'll catch 2 of the 3. And these are monster moves, guys. Tesla's contracts, they move. When they move, they move. Okay, when they move, they move. When they move, they move. Yeah, Tesla, awesome name to trade. Yeah, Amazon not doing anything. NVIDIA making a move, but NVIDIA not touching that. Not touching NVIDIA. Okay, guys, it's 11 o'clock. Make sure to like the video if you haven't already. If you're looking to join our community, access all the tools and resources, you can first start by joining our free tier community, and make sure to join us tomorrow, everyone on YouTube, for Free Trade Friday, where I open up the Discord for the delay-free, ad-free stream. You get to join us for pre-market prep, and we walk through our entire process. All right, from idea, we lay out the scenarios, all the way to finding the setup and execution of the setup. All right, so it's not just we just show up and click buttons and call it a day. We actually have a plan. There's a method to the madness every single day. If you're looking to do that, make sure to go to smartactiontrade.com. Smartactiontrade.com. Go to the community tab. Once you get there, guys, click the free tier. Free tier is available. You have access to the top tools and resources for free, 24/7 stock market newsfeed, and some free resources as well. There's a good complement to the free live streams that we provide every single day at 9:30 a.m. When you're looking to level up, make sure to do so. You can join at the $69 a month rate. You have access to the entire Discord. You have access to the tools, resources, the live trading, 3 to 5 ideas every day. Our key level indicator, you have access to that. You have access to the library. You have access to our courses. You have access to all the material. And very soon, you will have access to our own portal. All right, this is going to be the best portal for traders, where all the resources and tools are given to you in one area. There's nothing like it. All right, so it's going to be all the course material will be here. Ebooks will be there. Playbook will be there. All right, this alone, right, you'll have access to it as well. Okay, and of course, if you're going to look up some different things, you're going to also do that there. So everything will be available to you. This is going to be part of your monthly. So take advantage, guys. This is an absolute steal. Absolute steal. Once this is released, I'm going to get a few of our members to give it a run. All right. Price increase is coming. All right. This is an absolute steal. We kept it the same price this entire summer. All right. And we're going to implement the price increase. So for the ones who are looking to upgrade to yearly, save 2 months, save 4 months. All right. Make sure to do so. For strikers, if you're on a $69 month plan, upgrade to yearly. But the ones who want to get Shockwave as well, Shockwave 3.0 will be coming out soon. If you want 3.0, the best thing to do is get the lifetime right here. All right, get the lifetime right here. You have access to 3.0. We'll have access to also, and we're going to release Shockwave 5, 15, 30, 60, and Shockwave Lotto as well. All right, it will be available individually. A stack will be available as well. All right, so all that will be available to you to give you all the tools and resources. Okay, to give you all the tools and resources. Despite these choppy conditions, guys, we're still able to find ideas. We're still able to find areas in the market where we can capitalize and have an opportunity to extract profits from the market, right? So that's predicated on having a system, and this indicator is a system-based indicator. All right, courses also available. Everything's available at smartactiontrade.com. All right, so get started on the free tier. Watch for 3 to 5 episodes, and when you're ready to join, you can also go to spystrikers.com. If you want access to the discount code TRIAL30, that's pinned in the chat. Okay. All right, that's all available to you, but make sure to join the free tier tomorrow for our pre-market prep stream. We took our 2 trades for today. All right, took 2. I was looking to take 1 to 3 this week. 2. Okay, that's as good as it gets. Maybe if I slam Tesla one more time, that would have been a nice push to the upside. But I'm content with what we did today. All right, tomorrow is Friday. We're going to close it as strong as possible. Okay, if you're green up until now, don't give back those profits. All right. Defense, defense, defense. Okay, guys? I don't like to use the word easy. All right, you guys know I don't like the word I don't like to use the word easy. All right? But at some point in time, trading will become simple. Okay, it will be simple if you allow it to be simple. Simple doesn't mean winning 100% of the time. It will be simple if you allow it to be simple. But for you to allow it to be simple, you have to embrace the process. Go through the journey. Experience the wins, the losses, the in-between. Having proper system in place. All right, and then after that, guys, if you're still around, if you refuse to quit, you refuse to go away, and you're making the proper adjustments, it will eventually get simple. Because you know what you're looking for every day. Despite what the market is doing, you're trading a system. Okay, and that's where you want to get to. That is the destination. And when you get there, you want to continue to get better. Start tweaking the small things. And everyone is more than capable of getting there. Okay, but it's not a question if you're capable. The question is, are you available? Okay, can you go through all of the things to get to that point? Can you survive? Can you navigate through the noise? All right, the noise of the industry. Okay, the noise of the charts, the noise on social media. Okay, the only thing you need to pay attention to, in my honest opinion, guys, is the chart. I don't pay attention to the news unless it comes to me. I have no clue what's going on. The news has to be so big that it has to come to my attention. I don't go looking for the news. The only thing I pay attention to is price. Right? And it's just, you want to block out all the rest of the noise. Okay, and you're gonna have to do that for some time. Okay, it's basically like a detox. Okay, because when you're in the beginning, I'm speaking to the beginning traders. You're consuming so much content from so many different people, so many different strategies, and what you'll realize is one person's strategy contradicts another person's strategy. Right? So you're doing the opposite. Okay, what I mean, a break and retest for people who trade liquidity, sweeps. We know those are key terms. Now the new popular term is volume profile, all that. These different things come up in our space from time to time. Right? It's kind of starting to fade. The ICT ideas, smart money concept ideas, they're starting to fade a little bit. Okay. Because people don't know how to implement them the proper way. But if you're trading a sweep, all right, if someone trades sweeps, okay, they're going against someone who trades break and retest. So you can't do both. Or you can't say I'm going to trade the break and retest and I'm going to trade the sweep, because they're contradicting. So you have to come to a place where you know how to filter out those two things. Okay, so continue to tune in, continue to ask questions, continue to learn, and you will be well on your way. Any questions on YouTube, guys? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions on YouTube? SPY's going to continue to just grind slow, guys. It's going to be a slow grind. EMAs are pointing at the upside. Apple, again, winner. Anyone catch Apple strikers? How do you determine 360s We're better than 357.50s. Either one of those contracts, if you took those contracts, they would have. If the underlying is moving, is going to move. I just picked the 360s. Nice psychological number. Had a little more volume. All right, you don't want to go too far out, because it's very sometimes, guys, with Tesla, it's very possible for Tesla to go make a $10 move. So it's not outside of the realm of possibilities for Tesla to move like that, right? But the likelihood, not so much. But I just want the contract to appreciate. I don't want it to go in the money, right? I just want it to appreciate at a rapid pace. But say for a name that doesn't move as much, right? You probably can't go 10 points out the money, because that's beyond its ATR. For it to go that far, for those contracts to appreciate, that individual name is going to have to make a move beyond its expected move, beyond its ATR. Right? Tesla, when it goes, sometimes it can go $10, $15. And also there are 1 DTEs. If there are zeros, probably at the money. But good question. Good question. So SPY slow grind higher on the menu. Slow grind higher on the menu. EMAs are pointing to the upside. Slow grind higher on the menu. Yeah, so I make the zones with everything, yep. With extended. Anywhere price has been, I need to be aware of. Granted, the intraday, the post-market, pre-market, and the intraday are 3 different worlds, but I need to know where it's been. And very soon, guys, when we start to get more activity, more volume in the post-market, those post-market levels will come into play. Right now, there's not enough activity there for those post-market levels to be a sufficient gauge of the activity that took place in the post-market. There's not enough volume. But eventually, with 24 hours, guys, as it continues to pick up, those are going to give us some levels as well. We'll implement that into the system as well. Okay. Any other questions? Any other questions? We're just shy of that 100 like mark. Okay, let's see how many likes we got. So we might not be eligible for a giveaway. Again, make sure to subscribe to the channel, guys. Subscribe. Let me see how many likes we got. Ooh, 60. So we have between now and 11:30, guys. Now and 11:30. Let's see if we can do it. Apple, what a break on Apple. Anyone catch Apple? Apple has slipped through the cracks now 3 times. I took Apple yesterday, but one of these days, guys, okay, we'll be there for this. If you were there for this already, congratulations, you're laughing to the bank. I can recall off the top of my head 3 times this kind of break took place on Apple. And what happens after that? Okay, that initial first compression. Thank you, George, for all the knowledge and generosity. Absolutely. Fishman. We're just getting warmed up, guys. We're just getting warmed up. We are just getting warmed up. And we're building this thing together. We're building this thing together. Okay. The motto is incremental improvements over a long period of time. Okay. We just didn't show up yesterday. We just didn't show up a couple of weeks ago. We've been at this for now 160 plus days. And last year as well, 2025. If you missed that, make sure to go check that out. Some of those episodes, you have access to that as well. Apple. Yep, SPY above PMH. SPY above PMH, where the shockwave say take the calls. Doesn't say take it here, it takes it to take it here. Okay, we got some synchronized buying now, guys. All the indexes pushing. So what in this catalyst driven market, what was able to get us out of this range? And it was hard fought. Yesterday with GDP and PCE, we couldn't even get past it. But NVDA was basically the straw that broke this supply highs back. Okay, that was it. Get that push, comes back in, retest, goes. And then now we're getting back into the range of the 6-day range bound action, 5-day range bound action. And we're about two zones away from all-time high. Okay. There goes SPY. Nice grind. Small caps, fresh break. Small caps, fresh break. I was looking at the, what does that say? SNDK? SNDG or SNDK? 2-time leverage SNDG. Okay, it's 2x leverage SNDK. That is wild. SNDG. Yeah. 2-time. So this is basically SNDK on steroids. All right, but of course it's a different price. But pound for pound, percentage for percentage, it moves twice the percent of what SNDK moves. So if SNDK is not moving, SNDG is not going to move. So in proportion to its price, it will move twice as fast as SNDK. Okay, that's the best way I can put it. This is great for multi-day DTEs, right? Multi-day DTEs, maybe Fridays or Wednesdays contracts. The hourly is great for that because you got to give it some time, all right? You got to give it some time and let it do its thing. Okay, so tomorrow on the earnings side, or today on the earnings side, we did get, we have MRVL reporting. Okay, after the close, that's a big one. Alta, after the close. Okay, we got Iron reporting as well, and that's pretty much it. Okay, that's pretty much it. And then tomorrow, Jackson Hole. Day one is today, and tomorrow the Fed chair will speak for Jackson Hole. And that is big. All right, so make sure to join us tomorrow. And yes, the ones who are looking to test the portal, guys, I do have your DMs. If you're interested, probably need a couple more people. If we can get like 10 people to test it, that'd be great. All right. So this is only available to paying members. All right. Paying members this is going to be the portal. A lot of you did message me that are not in the paid Discord, so you're going to test it, but you won't be able to log in. All right. So I might have just a feature where it's free. And then you can see like the replays. Okay, and everything else is locked out. Okay, but it's gonna be awesome. Okay. Yeah, I'll reach out. Yeah, I'll send you the link as well, Doctor. You probably know more than me when it comes to this programming. All right, it's to have everything in there once you remember. All right, so you're not going here. You're not pulling up Forest Factory. You're not pulling up Economic Calendar. You're not pulling up Earnings Calendar. You're not opening up lots of feeds. All right. So the point is there's nothing like it that exists. So I don't want to give too much on the idea because this is just a quarter of what's going to be there. But there's nothing like it out there in the current space. All right, so it's going to be a one-stop shop. Live trading every day, live training, educational tools and resources there. And all the resources that are available out there, we're going to make it available in there. Okay. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. I'm excited. Excited about that. We have Shockwave 3.0. We have the stack coming out as well. Key level indicator will be out as well. So I have a lot of cool things coming out, and I will also give you guys access to my chart here. Share my chart. I took the link down, but I'm gonna give you guys access to that as well if you're members. So you have my layout. And now on Webull, you can also share the layout. Okay, you can share a layout on Webull as well. So I might even share my layout there. For those of you who are interested in seeing what my execution terminal looks like. All right. So if you want to set up Turbo Trader on Webull, there's a video on the channel. Go check that out. I think Webull has a promo. Okay. There's a promo for Webull if you open up an account. Okay. Oh yeah, it's gonna be awesome because eventually if I can get the live streams in here, okay, it's gonna be awesome. Everything is gonna be in here. Everything will be in there. Okay, so the ones who are members already, that's including your membership. That's including your membership. We set it from day one when we started about a year and some change ago. That I won't increase the membership fee for the ones who are in the group already, who decided to buy into the program, buy into the idea, and commit themselves to the process. All right, the laws of inflation don't apply to you. All right. So everyone else, make sure to join while you can. It sucked. Yeah, that's probably just gonna stick with the links in there. All right. And it might slow down the entire platform depending on how many people are watching the video relay. Yeah, some of the things you can do now. I mean, if you guys recall, I do have a tech background. That's my background, and I've been out of the space for some time. But I came back in because just out of personal interest, right? And when I left the space, to give you some context, none of this stuff really existed, all right? When I left the space, uh, we were transitioning from basically from virtual machines to containers, right? That was the hot thing. Automation through Ansible was a hot thing. All right, that was the on the production side. That was what's taking place, and then now the things you can do is just mind blowing. So I can just imagine how efficient people in the space are with these tools. All right, so if I had these tools at my disposal and I'm in the space, all right, it's very, very, it makes your job a whole lot easier. And it makes, and if you're really good at it, it's easy for you to stand out. All right, but it's awesome. All right, so we've said it multiple times. Okay, don't fall into the AI doom and gloom. I already shared my stance on the AI. Okay, I rather have the exposure. So, regret minimization. Do you want to be caught in a bubble and it pops, or do you want to miss the AI revolution? Which one would you be able to deal with? Okay, which one can you live with? All right, because there's argument to be made on both sides, right? I disagree with the one side's argument, but there, at face value, there's two competing voices. So the conclusion that I have come to is I'd rather be caught in a bubble and let the bubble pop rather than miss this opportunity. I'm okay with that. Risk reward. Okay? Or do you say, hey, you know what? I'd rather not get caught in a bubble, worst case scenario, and miss the wave. To me, that's negative. To me, that the RR is negative on that. Because the upside, if the wave is really here, is unlimited. So to me, it's a no-brainer. Right? Some of the things you're able to do now, guys, it would take an entire team to do. You can do it on your own if you understand how things work. All right, so contemplate that when you're building your investment thesis, when you're thinking long term. Okay. Because we're reaching a fork in the road, and you have to make a big decision. And a lot of people are going to get left behind, and they're going to be too paralyzed by both sides of the argument to make a decision. There's so much doom and gloom. AI is going to take your job. This. So much of it. Okay, so it's better to train yourself, learn how to use it, have some exposure investment-wise to it, and be there for the upside. If it's a bubble, okay, you just learn something that is no longer needed in the marketplace, big deal. You're overtrained. Your investment thesis doesn't come to fruition, in 5-10 years. Okay, it's not gonna change anything. But if you miss it, okay, if you miss it, it's gonna be hard. You're gonna be talking about, oh, I once had NVDA stock in 2022 and it's 2040 at XYZ price and I sold. Or whatever the name is. Okay, nice structural breakdown there, guys. I'm starting to slide to the downside. Okay, so you gotta pick which side you're on. All right, this applies to people in business as well. People who have their businesses. All right, implement it right into your business. Implement it into your ecosystem immediately. Makes things more efficient. Okay. Okay, so it's awesome, guys. So you hear that, guys? One of our Dr. Jones, he specializes in the space automation. Okay, the new frontier models don't struggle with the back end the way previous models did. I'm building prototypes in days, not months. Look at that, guys. Months to days. Months to days. And I can second that. It's just the improvement is mind-blowing. Send me a DM, Dave, in the Discord. So send me a DM in the Discord. I'll go into WAP and then send me a customer support. Go on customer support in WAP, right, in our portal in WAP, and then send me email there. Okay. All right, guys. 11:30. Let us know how you did. Nice bounce on small caps, IWM there. Nice bounce there into that weekly open. Okay, SPY testing that PMH. All right, so two trades for us today. No trades on SPY. Both trades came on Tesla. Both worked in our favor. Tesla is the one that provided the most opportunities. 3 opportunities in total, but Apple is the one that was break and go. Apple broke and never looked back. So tons of opportunities across the board, guys. We did see Microsoft push nicely. We did see Palantir provide an opportunity as well. But the clear standout MVP for the day is Apple. Apple's breakout. No hesitation. Break. Never look back. Okay, this is the MVP. Okay, that's the MVP of the day. As far as opportunities are concerned, Tesla. Tesla, multiple opportunities with double dip, triple dip. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. And each of these guys, is upwards of 20-25%. Okay. Just a bounce like this to here, okay, 20-25% on the 1DTs. All right. So again, guys, if you're green, stay clean, per usual. If you're still in the trenches, okay, stick to high probability setups. Okay, high probability setups are not providing opportunity at the current moment. They're showing up on the other side of patience. So you're going to have to be very, 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 very patient. All right, decide if you want to trade the range or decide if you want to trade expansion. And either trade one of those two things. Alerts will be your best friend. And we'll see where this thing opens up tomorrow. Very easily, we can give all this thing. We can give all this back. Okay, what I mean by that is give it back means we get back into this territory here. Okay, get back into this territory here, get back into this bounce zone. This is a bounce zone. So as long as we don't prove this otherwise, okay, I'm leaning towards this holding up. Okay, so see what takes place there. In the event that we can hold above that 770.50 and the highest point of the day, we get continued synchronized selling. We're seeing a little pullback here. We have room to continue to push. All right, the question is, do we continue to push as we're testing that area? Okay, that's question one. Or do we drop, recalibrate, come back into here, and fill back up? Okay, this is quite, that slide is quite, this is number two. This is possibly, or do we bounce there, slide back lower? So lay out the scenarios. Okay, lay out the scenarios and see if any of those scenarios coincide with any of the trade ideas or setups you like to trade. Okay, and take it from there. But for those of you who are green guys, make sure to be done for the day. Don't give back any of your profits. We're at the tail end of the week. This was not easy. This was not an easy week. Okay, this was not an easy week by any stretch of the imagination. Everything was hard fought. If you're green up until now, if your first time being green in multiple weeks, or the first time being green while you're on our team, while you're a striker, I challenge you to not take any more trades after the stream. So even tomorrow, no trades. You being green on Saturday is more important than any big trade you take between now and tomorrow, if it means you risk your green. All right, it's going to do tremendous things for your psychology. It's going to do tremendous things for your confidence going into next week. All right, so tail end of the week, make sure to play defense. And let's come back tomorrow. We have Jackson Hole tomorrow, some more catalyst. We'll see where this thing opens up, and we'll look to take advantage of the best opportunity per usual. If we have no questions on YouTube, guys, make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe on your way out. We'll see you guys tomorrow. The links are pinned in the chat if you want to join us. Free Trade Friday. Go to smartactiontrade.com, community tab to join us for free. We'll continue on the extended stream here until 12 o'clock. YouTube members hang tight. Strikers hang tight, and we'll continue. Everyone else, have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, and God bless each one of you.
Jesus is the answer. Oh.
When the charge went dark,
What?
when the road got narrow,
Oh.
he was there.
Jesus is the answer.
I spent years chasing numbers on a glowing screen,
Going free,
thinking one more win would finally make me complete.
made me complete.
Running after green candles like they could save my soul.
Like my soul.
The prophets make a poor God when they're sitting on a throne.
Ooh, yeah.
Build my house on sand,
House on sand.
watch the tide roll in,
Watch the tide roll in.
learning every earthly
Every king
kingdom has an end.
come has an end.
Some valleys look so deep,
So deep,
I couldn't see the light.
couldn't see the light.
Some storms got so strong,
Souls got so
strong I couldn't win the fight.
Win the fight.
But every time I thought my story might be done, I felt the hand of mercy say, my child,
keep walking on.
not because I'm worthy,
Not because I'm worried,
not because I'm strong,
not because I'm strong,
but because the
but
shepherd
never share.
never leaves his own.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer,
Jesus is the way.
the anchor in the storm when the market starts to sway. Through the highs and lows,
Through the joy and pain,
the cross still stands when
everything goes fake.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Yesterday and now, the King who walks beside us through every valley found. Yeah, there were nights I sat alone,
Every man
there fear inside my chest,
so bold.
questions without answers,
Answers,
battles without rest. The shadow of death felt close enough to touch,
but Psalm 23.
kept reminding me to trust. So I walk through valleys dark as midnight skies, I will fear no evil, for you're right by my side. The rod and the staff, the comfort and grace, the God of resurrection meeting me in that place. I've seen doors swing open that no man could unlock. I've seen peace show up when logic said it could not. I've seen mercy,
Life story I could never write.
turning broken chances into testimony and
Jesus is the
life.
answer.
Jesus is the answer,
Jesus is the way.
the anchor in the storm when the
Market's about this way.
through the highs and lows,
Through the joy and pain,
the call still stands when
everything else fades.
bearing change.
If you're searching for purpose
In success or in fame,
the good news is simple.
the debt has been paid. Jesus took our place upon the cross that day.
3 days later,
The stone rolled away.
death lost its victory.
The grave could not stay.
Whoever believes
Whoever will come
will find forgiveness in the Father's
I
Son.
still trade, I still work, I still plan and prepare, but my hope isn't found and the outcome is dead. Because fortunes rise and fortunes fall.
Christ remains Lord over all.
The market can give,
The market can take
but eternity rests.
on a different step.
So when the candles flicker,
And uncertainty grows.
I remember the one who's already in control.
The Lamb who was slain,
The King who will reign
the Alpha and Omega.
forever the sun.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the way.
The anchor in the storm.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Ever and never.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the way.
Jesus is the answer.
The answer.
Jesus is the
Jesus is the
answer.
answer. Though I walk through the valley,
You are with me.
shadows surround me.
You are with me.
Through the valley,
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Forever and ever.
Amen.
Amen.
Jesus is the answer.
When the charge went dark, when the road got narrow, he was there.
Jesus is the answer.
Oh, I spent years chasing numbers on a glowing screen,
Going stream,
thinking one more win would finally make me complete.
made me complete.
Running after green candles like they could save my soul.
Like my soul.
The prophets make a poor God when they're sitting on a throne. Build my house on sand,
House on sand.
watch the tide roll in.
Watch the tide roll in.